Have you ever noticed how loneliness feels sharper during the holidays, even if your life looks fine on paper? Many people over 60 believe that if they've made it this far, they should be emotionally tougher by now, less affected by empty chairs or quiet rooms. But what if that belief is exactly what's making this season hurt more than it should? There's a reason Christmas loneliness feels different, heavier, almost mysterious, and most people never hear the full explanation. Here's the first clue. Loneliness isn't just an emotion. It's a biological signal. Yet most seniors are taught to treat it as a personal weakness or something to simply endure. That idea feels reasonable until you notice a pattern repeating across millions of older Americans every December. Emergency room visits rise. Depression diagnoses spike. Even physical illness increases. Something important is missing from the story we tell ourselves about being alone at this stage of life. To understand why this happens, we need to set the stage with what science and history reveal about aging after 65. In the late 20th century, researchers like Dr. John Cacioppo, a pioneer in loneliness research, discovered that chronic loneliness activates the same stress pathways as physical danger. Cortisol rises, inflammation increases, the immune system weakens. The twist most seniors never hear is this: the body doesn't take care whether loneliness comes from social rejection or a silent holiday. The biological response is the same. Now trace the cause and effect timeline back to the origins of the issue in early adulthood. In our 20s and 30s, social connection is often automatic. Work, family building, and constant movement create built-in contact. The cause is proximity and shared goals. The effect is connection without effort. Very few people actively learn how to maintain relationships. They simply absorb them. Changes start quietly in the 40s. Careers stabilize, but time narrows. Parents age. Children grow independent. Friendships become less frequent, not because of conflict, but because of busyness. American social surveys show that by midlife, the average number of close friends begins to decline. The cause is shifting priorities. The effect is thinner social networks that still feel good enough, so no alarm sounds yet. Then comes the shift after 65 that most ignore. Retirement removes daily interaction. Spouses pass away. Mobility changes. According to U.S. Census and CDC data, nearly 1 in 3 adults over 65 lives alone. The cause is demographic reality. The effect is reduced daily contact. But here's the hidden risk. The brain interprets reduced interaction as social threat, even if life feels calm on the surface. The breaking point often arrives during the holidays. Christmas acts like a spotlight. Decorations, music, and cultural messaging emphasize togetherness. When reality doesn't match that picture, the contrast intensifies loneliness. This is why many seniors report feeling fine in November and deeply lonely in late December. The cause is environmental cues. The effect is emotional amplification. The fallout affects more than feelings. Health surveys show that socially isolated seniors have higher rates of heart disease, cognitive decline, and mortality. Financial decisions suffer too. Lonely individuals are more likely to delay medical care, overspend during emotional lows, or disengage from routines that protect long-term stability. The cause is chronic stress. The effect is cascading decline that looks unrelated at first. So what do people try to fix it? They follow old advice that fails. Stay busy. Watch TV. Just be grateful. Distraction-based coping might numb the feeling temporarily, but it doesn't resolve the biological signal. Studies show passive activities don't reduce loneliness long-term. The cause is misunderstanding the problem. The effect is frustration and self-blame. Now the tension deepens. If loneliness is biological, seasonal, and predictable, why does it feel so personal? Because the explanation usually comes last, not first. Loneliness isn't proof that something is wrong with you. It is evidence that your nervous system is responding normally to reduced connection during a time when connection is culturally emphasized. Here's the missing piece most seniors never hear. The goal isn't to eliminate loneliness instantly, it's to interrupt the feedback loop. Research shows that even brief, meaningful contact, one conversation, one shared activity can lower stress markers. The cause is perceived safety. The effect is relief that builds over time. Link this to today. More seniors are alone than ever before, yet more tools exist to connect than at any point in history. The paradox is that connection now requires intention, not proximity. And that's uncomfortable, especially for a generation taught not to bother others. So here are 3 direct actions people over 60 can apply today. First, schedule one small human interaction this week, even if it feels awkward. A phone call, a walk, a conversation with a neighbor. Second, shift from passive consumption to participation. Join a group, attend a community event, or volunteer, even briefly. Third, name the feeling without judging it. Saying "I feel lonely today" reduces its intensity by activating self-regulation pathways in the brain. Here's the clear warning based on evidence. Prolonged loneliness is associated with health risks comparable to smoking and obesity, and ignoring it doesn't make it fade, it strengthens it. And here's an open thought to hold on to. What if loneliness isn't a sign of loss, but a signal pointing toward the next form of connection you haven't tried yet? If this message resonated with you, please like and share it with someone who might be feeling the same way this Christmas. And for the next chapter, where we explore how small daily rituals can rebuild connection after 65, subscribe now. You're not as alone as it feels, and this conversation is just beginning.